Better the devil you know. As I sit down for my third cup of tea this morning, a thought came to me. Before I made it, the tea. So what's the devil? Does he even exist? Does God exist? That was my last short. Or more accurately, why God doesn't exist. We don't have scientific proof, right? That's cool. Maybe one or the other exists, or maybe they're both Kaiser Celsius at the end. For those who believe in God, you generally believe in the devil as well. Is that just because of polarity and opposites? The third dimensional realm we live in, the opposites we see, the hot, the cold, the north, the south, the up, the down, without placing blame, that's the life most of us see. But then I think, and don't ask me where my thoughts come from, but I get them. When people are doing the polar stuff, hot, cold, etc., blah, 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 in between, and maybe there are 50 shades of grey, I don't know. What I do know is that there should be a middle. With the North Pole and the South Pole, there is an equator. The middle might just be the place we should be. Or is that too much on the fence to Switzerland? So anyway, third cup of tea. What's the polar opposite of that? And what am I actually doing drinking a cup of tea? Let's not make the devil the devil. This is not a God-devil conversation. It's a metaphor. So my devil right now is the tea. I'm being in this comfort zone. So what's the polarity? Which is why I brought these things up. Realistically, why do I need 3, 4, or however many cups of tea I drink per day? I don't need it, but that's the devil I know. That's my routine, that's my autopilot, my subconscious. So it's the opposite of tea, no tea. In some sense, it is, right? Tea, no tea. The takeaway, no takeaway. Whatever I'm talking about tea, you have to imagine your own devil. We all have them. But let me clear up the tea. I don't know how many calories I get in a cup of tea. I won't chat GTP it, whatever. But I'm sure I'm intaking some calories. Even if it's just a minimum amount. But I'm taking something in. So the opposite of no tea, or would the opposite be rather than taking in some calories, to burn some calories? Look, I eat a lot, but it tends to be maybe 1 or 2 sit-ins sometimes in the evening. People thought I was weird, but after hearing a little about intermittent fasting, I thought to myself, without knowing, that's what I was doing. We must have 3 meals a day. Yeah, all this stuff we get told and believe, whatever. Anyway, not that I was replacing food with drinking tea, or maybe I did in the end, but that wasn't at the start. I guess I did get influenced somewhat, drinking so many cups of tea a day. So if I go without the tea then, by just being alive, just sitting down, I still burn some calories. Again, like I said, I don't know the count. Let's say the tea was giving me 5 to half a calorie. Sitting down might burn me half a calorie as well, or maybe just a quarter, whatever. It will burn something, so maybe we can say that's the opposite. But then, wherever the calorie count is, where my mind is gone to this tea drinking thing now. But whatever the calorie count is, where my mind is gone with this tea drinking thing now, it could feel like pain to not have it. It feels like I'm missing out. It's only tea, right? So it is. I don't want to experience that pain. If I take a different opposite to drinking the tea, let's say some exercise, walking around, doing something. Housework, they say is good exercise. Burns a lot of calories. It won't give you a six pack, but it will burn some calories. So instead of drinking tea then, I go and I burn some calories. Yeah? Not that I don't do these things, but they are, in a sense, new. Not overall, but this is my tea drinking time. So my mind, as I'm reading it, would rather the devil it knows. Like I know drinking tea inside out, blah, blah, blah. I'm comfortable with it. It's my comfort zone. Better the devil I know. It's mad when I think of these things. Like I messaged someone this morning. I said, yeah, this came to me. And it wasn't from YouTube. It wasn't from a YouTube video, blah, blah, blah. As an artist, I've tried to explain I can't just write a rhyme. Another artist introduced me to another way of looking at it, and I said, you might have a point. I don't really say anyone is right about anything. I tend to say you might have a point. See, I don't know anything, so I might just say you have a good point there. Even in talking to you now, where are these words coming from? It's not me making it up. It's coming from somewhere. I'm just speaking it, pushing it out. So yeah, it's better the devil you know. And I know the devil of drinking the tea and what it does, whatever. But why am I afraid of the other devil, the unknown? Change. Okay, tea is not a devil and can't be a devil, and you can't work with me with the metaphor. Fine. What about the messy room, the bad friend, the abusive relationship, the job you don't like, all these things? Like, why are we there sticking with the devil we know? Because as I said, if we're looking for opposites, even though maybe we should be trying to find the middle, but if we look for opposites, the opposite of a messy room is a clean room. Hey, maybe that's scary to some people, right? It's their devil. Now the workplace. What do I do? Become unemployed or find a different workplace? Same devil or worse? You know, we make assumptions. Maybe I just stay in this job I don't like, the devil I know. The bad relationship. He cheats, she cheats. From no particular angle. But yeah, we stay in the bad relationship. Because if we're not in a bad relationship, I'd be alone, right? I don't like that devil. I don't know it that well, but I don't like that devil. People, I just have my thoughts like most of us do. Maybe we shouldn't be allowed to post it on social media, but thanks for listening. I can't afford therapy. Think different.